San Diegans hit hard by the economic turmoil are desperate to find ways to keep their heads above water financially.
The need for fast cash has led many borrowers to take advantage of payday loans. News 8's Steve Price is live in Mira Mesa tonight with how predatory lending could leave you worse off in the end. Steve?
Yeah, Barbara and Carla, check this out. There are 79 payday lenders in the city of San Diego, including this one you see behind me. Take a walk with me across the street. There's another one over there, and you can't see it in this shot, but there's a third one on this very block. Finding a place that'll give you money is easy, but paying it back, that's another story. From one payday advance store to the next, we watched customer after customer borrow money, but none would talk on camera, too embarrassed by their financial predicament. But they are clearly not alone.
What becomes problematic about these loans is that they tend to trap people in a vicious cycle of debt.
Liana Molina works for a nonprofit organization that tries to steer Californians away from payday advance businesses. And here's why. For every $100 you borrow, they charge you $15 in interest and fees, leaving you with $85. $15 may not sound like a lot of money, but this is only a 2-week loan. So basically, you're paying $7.50 a week. $7.50 a week times 52 weeks in a year means your annual interest rate is around 390%.
The payday lenders don't do much to help people solve their credit needs. In fact, they exacerbate the problems for working families.
Liana says these payday advance lenders claim they're helping people who suddenly find themselves in need of emergency cash. But she says the reality is that people are using the money to pay for recurring expenses.
If you're in a vulnerable position facing things like foreclosure, the high cost of living, gas prices, groceries, et cetera, and you're taking out one of these loans to have to pay, $45 to borrow $255, it puts you in a predicament where your next payday, you might need to take out another loan.
So what should you do instead? Well, the best thing is to try to make it to your next payday without a loan. But if that's not an option, look for alternatives.
There's a possibility to borrow money from relatives, from friends, if there's a possibility to get an advance from their employer, and also to seek out other options. There's a number of credit unions that offer small dollar loans at a more affordable rate.
And I'm told that one of the reasons why San Diego has so many of these payday lenders is because of all the military we have here, that they tend to frequent these places a lot. In fact, so much so that the federal government finally stepped in and said that members of the military cannot be charged more than 36% interest on those loans, as opposed to everybody else who could pay nearly 400%. But there are a lot of groups out there, Barbara and Carla, who are trying to get the law changed so that everyone can be protected up to that 36% mark.
Yeah, with times as tough as they are, Steve, you just wonder where the next predatory lending scam is going to come from, because these ones really hurt families.
And this is definitely not a scam, what they are getting into, but I think they just look at it as, oh, well, it's only $15, and they don't look at the bigger picture of, my goodness, we're paying almost 400% interest and fees on these loans that we're getting.
Yeah, it just makes it impossible. Thanks, Steve.